Hi everyone. Before I ever had a child, I was always stumped on what to get new moms as a gift. That you're supposed to get them something, but I didn't have kids. I had no idea. And I would look and look and look on lists, and I didn't really like what I saw. It didn't feel right. And after I had my baby, in the mad dash of haze of life, I wrote down a list of what I thought were so obvious of gifts that I thought were fitting for new moms. Um, it's weird that once you have your baby, the memory of those first few days or the first month, it's such a blur. It goes so fast. You're so busy. And so I think you forget that. You forget what life was like those first days. And so it makes it hard, even for parents of children, to know what to get a new mom. So here's what I wrote. I'm just going to read it off. Spit up rags. New babies, more than at least 50% of them spit up, and so spit up rags are great. Our baby was tiny, 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 and so we used little washcloths when he was brand new, and then when he got bigger, we had to use legit spit up cloths. But right from the beginning, we needed spit up cloths. We were not prepared. We bought a ton on Amazon, had them shipped to us. Phone finder. When your baby's new, you download an app and you track when they're sleeping and when they're pooping. And that phone app kept me sane. However, I was so mentally foggy, I kept losing my phone. And a couple times I sort of had a little mental breakdown because I couldn't find my phone. Um, Phone finder. A I loved the idea when I was a new mom to get Queepsake, Queepsake. It's a photo album where you send them the photos. I don't know if it's daily or monthly, and then it's like texting a friend, and you're taking photos with your phone, and then when they ask you a reminder, hey, send me some photos, you send it to them, and then by the end of the year, the photo album's magically made. Life is fast, we are busy, and so that sounded genius to me. I would have loved that. I did not buy that. I have not tried it. That's what I wrote on my list of things that I thought would be a great gift. Photographer in the hospital. We had the world's best photographer stop by our room, and I bought the whole package. They looked so professional. They looked so wonderful. I think as a gift, paying for the hospital photographer to take photos of your baby would be a genius gift, because once you take your baby home, it's really hard to take the baby out of the home to the photographer, or bring the photographer into your train wreck of a house to try and be awake and have your baby in a good place. So the hospital photographer, they came to my room and I was busy. And then I told the person that was with me, I really want these photos. I really want that photographer. So they hunted down the photographer. She came back. Then my baby was in a bad place. So third try, they showed up and they took the photos. That wouldn't happen in real life, paying somebody a fortune to come to your house and take the baby's photos. The photographer in my hospital, the full package was $200, which I thought was so reasonable. When I look online for baby photographers, we're talking like $1,000, which is insane, just insane. So if you wanted to buy somebody something helpful, paying for the photographer in the hospital would be worth it. It would just be fantastic. Swaddles. Our hospital gave us a Halo sleep sack, which is a no-fail swaddle that's like angel wings. You put your baby in a little sack, and then you wrap this one around the body, and you wrap that one around, and it's got Velcro, and then it works. Our baby slept really well with sleep sacks from day one. And there's different types. There's like the burp cloth type, where you do all the swaddling like you're supposed to. We found the no fail to be fantastic, and it really helped our baby sleep. Not all babies use sleep sacks, but maybe giving them a variety of types of sleep sacks would be really helpful, because the point of the sleep sack is when you put the baby to sleep, they have this reflex that when they get startled, they throw their hands up. And for my baby, he's 5 months old and he hasn't figured out how to put his hands down yet. That in his sleep, if his hands aren't bound, he cannot sleep. And he's getting to the point now where he wants to not have the sleep sack or the swaddle, but you give him 15 minutes trying on his own, and then he gets frustrated, and you swaddle him, and you can just see on his face he's so grateful to have his hands pulled down so he can sleep. Okay, so next one, a lightweight bassinet. So when you sleep in the bedroom with your baby, you can have a bassinet, you can have a crib. When your newborn, when you are moving around your house, your newborn can sleep in daylight, it can sleep with sound, it sleeps all day long, but you don't want to leave him alone. So we ended up getting a really cheap Fisher Price bassinet to put in the living room with the television, with the computer near the kitchen. And that bassinet is foldable, so I could take it to a friend's house, I could take it to Thanksgiving dinner at somebody else's house. I could move it around the house as necessary. The one that we had bought ourselves was an expensive, mediumly expensive stationary bassinet. It had wheels, but we're not going to move it around. The one that was really the workhorse was this Fisher Price foldable bassinet that having two bassinets was just genius. I think that would be a great gift for somebody. A bouncy seat. When your baby, when your baby's having reflux issues, which a lot of newborns have, they say it's better to keep them upright for a little while, and the bouncy seat's kind of laid back a little, so it was just a nice extra try. And the bouncy seat, they call it a bouncy seat because it's got a vibration setting that you turn it on and it vibrates them very delicately, and that's supposed to help the bubbles come out. When the baby's born, you're just dealing with this reflux a lot, and so the bouncy seat was a nice reprieve, and it was also nice to have a second place to put the baby rather than just hold them all the time. Mirror for the car. So they say that the mirror in the car is dangerous because you are looking at the mirror and it's distracting and you're not paying attention to your baby. However, when I was a new mom, you put the baby in the car seat and you are nervous that you put him in okay, and you are nervous that he is okay. And I think a mirror for the car would be so nice just to check on your baby, make sure everything's right. Mirror for play. Babies respond to mirrors for a long, long time. There's a lot of different types of mirrors. If you're wanting to get a toy for the baby, a mirror for play is a great thing. Playmat. Playmat, I debated if it made sense to buy a playmat. It just seemed like a silly thing. Turns out that we have used that playmat since he was a newborn, and he's 5 months old now, and we still use it. The arch that goes over it's got little loops on it, and you link toys hanging down that the baby can swat at. So, and it's also got lots of color, and it helps them exercise. The playmat has been very, very well used. They're not super cheap, which is another reason I hesitated buying one. I think the playmat is a great gift to give. Links. So I've seen this on a lot of lists of things that you need. It did not make sense to me. These things are cheap and they are so usable. These links, I was just talking about the playmat. It's got little loops at the top. You put the link on the loop, and then you put any toy in the world on the links. And then you make these links go down as far as necessary to reach the baby, and then the baby can swat at the toy, the baby can look at the toy, you can play with the toy. It makes all toys accessible to a newborn who's not very mobile. You can even hang photos from the links. The links are a great gift. They are super cheap, but they are so usable. I suggest links. It was on my list. What else do I have? Extra pump parts. If you are breastfeeding, if the mother is going to breastfeed, a lot of times she's going to need to pump, or she's going to find situations where she's going to need to pump. And when the world is moving so fast and you are so tired, it's hard to get those pump parts clean to use again for the next time. So we actually have 3 sets of pump parts, mainly because when I went back to work, I pump 3 times a day. and that saved me time to not have to wash parts at work. And it also was really great backup for if I forgot something or my system broke down. I always had extra spare parts. Pump parts are kind of expensive. Relatively, I want to say a set was $20, and so to buy 3 of them was such a bummer. Would be a great gift for a new parent. Lotion for mom. You are washing your hands all the freaking time, and your hands get chapped, and so lotion is so nice. I don't like the perfume lotions. I got an unscented goat lotion. But honestly, what I think would be the best was Aveeno for baby unscented. That's what I use on my baby, and it's really great for my hands because your hands are like in the baby's mouth and it's on the baby's head and near their eyes. So you really don't want a lot of lotion or a lot of scent. But lotion for mom would be such a nice gift if she doesn't have a million lotions already. A baby monitor with a zoom and mobility. I know a lot of people that didn't have baby monitors when their baby was born. We just happened to get one randomly because my mother-in-law found a really good price on one. And I would not have been able to sleep for the first week without a baby monitor because I would have just been so nervous. The baby makes all these weird noises when he's first born, when you lay him down, and you're wondering, what the heck is going on? Is he okay? So to set up a baby monitor, so nice, because then you can be laying in bed and you can see the baby. It needs to be have infrared or whatever it is so you can see night vision, but and having the sound so you can really hear him and see him and make sure he's okay. Mobility is a big thing, and I think a zoom is a big thing because your newborn is so tiny that if you have your monitor really far away, it's hard, or your camera really far away, it's hard to see that itty bitty baby. Now that my baby's 5 months old, I don't feel the need to have the camera so close to him, and so the zoom wouldn't be as necessary. But the zoom was super helpful for a newborn, and the mobility, the ability to have like a way to move the camera around from the monitor was super important because that newborn rolls and moves and kicks, and if you put him on a wedge, then he slides down the wedge. So you would have it all set up like you wanted, and then you would look and your baby would be gone. So it's nice to have the mobility to be able to not have to get out of bed so you can peek at him from leisure. So we're getting to the end of the list. Baby carrier. I wish I would have used a baby carrier from day one. There's a lot of them that specialize in newborns. You gotta look for a newborn one because how you carry a newborn is different than how you carry an infant, and how you carry an infant is different than how you carry a baby. But a newborn is really delicate, and we had to try multiple carriers until we found a good fit. They're expensive. They are so comforting to the baby and the mom. So a carrier would be a really, really nice gift. And even if it's not the right fit for the mom, at least it was a try that she could try, because there's not a lot of places you can try a carrier before you know whether your baby will like it or not. Dinner is a nice gift. I had a couple friends say, hey, I'm going to bring you takeout. What do you want? And that takeout tasted amazing. I've always cooked my own meals. It's not been a big deal, and I didn't realize how amazing someone bringing you dinner is. 1, the dinner shows up to your door so you don't have to wait for it. 2, the friend is there to talk to you, and that's really nice. And 3, you throw away all the dishes, which is just amazing. Bringing somebody dinner is amazing. That's an amazing gift, and especially takeout because you don't get to go out with your newborn very often. So nowadays all restaurants have takeout, so you could do Olive Garden, you could do Red Robin, you can do anything that's close by so that the food is hot. I suggest bringing dinner. A boppy pillow. So we had 2 boppy pillows, and quite frankly, as my baby grew, I don't like the boppy pillow that much, but it did help a lot with feeding, and it helped a lot with holding the baby at first. What we really liked was a pillow that's like a little, I wish I would have had it right here. It's a triangle, and you put it under your arm and you hold the baby. But the boppy pillow for the infant was really nice. It was on my list at the time. I now know I don't like it too much. Oh, I know why I had it. Was because we had two boppy pillows, and when we had two boppy pillows and an extra cover. And our baby started spitting up a lot, and so and it had poo blowouts that he would poop on the boppy pillow. And when you're in the middle of the feeding and he blew out a diaper, oh my goodness, you can't just keep that baby on that boppy pillow. So having a secondary boppy pillow ready to go was so helpful, and having an extra cover so you can remove the cover, wash it, put a new cover on it was so nice. And someone was genius enough to give us a like a waterproof liner for our boppy pillow, so we didn't destroy it, didn't get gross. That's a good gift too. So that is my list of gifts that I think are really helpful to new parents. If you have a gift idea, add it to the comment section. I would love to hear it. Thanks for watching my video.